To the untrained eye, Bugsnax is merely a Pokemon-like game. To the cultured individual, it's transparent that Bugsnax is like Cyberpunk 2077. To me, however, Bugsnax is a complete fucking fever dream that simulates what suffering from a stroke feels like, but it's fun. Just don't play it for too long. Howdy. Welcome back to Suckatar TV, where today I'm going to be reviewing Bugsnax. Developed by Young Horses Games, Bugsnax released as a launch title for the PS5 and subsequently released to PC, Xbox, Switch, and mobile. In this adventure game, you roam around Snacktooth Island, catching these fuck-off food creatures that some 8-year-old child with severe Asperger's named called Bugsnax. After catching them, you harbor them back to your settlement and feed them to the cast of the Muppets, where they attach them to their body parts like cybernetic implants. Now, I know you're thinking this game is really fucking goofy and dumb. In fact, that's exactly what I thought when I saw my friend Kaylee playing the game on her live stream.
Anyone else feeling a little...
After watching her be completely hopeless at playing video games, as per usual, I decided to pick up the game myself and give it a try. So I bought it on Steam, downloaded it, booted it up, and 3 days went down the drain in an instant. What the fuck happened to my life, man? Do you know the psychological toll of going from Darkest Dungeon to Buckshot Roulette to fun, happy fun time with Beffica, Filbo, and Wambus and Snacksburg? It's like when Steven Spielberg spent all day filming Schindler's List before coming home to spend all night editing Jurassic Park. The aim of the game is to get all the villagers to come back to Snacksburg after they all left, while also uncovering the disappearance of beloved villager Lizbert. To do so, you must run around, catch Bugsnax, and interview everybody, because you are a journalist.
Fuck young boys, Valdez. Are you a madman?
Hunting for Bugsnax is what catching Pokemon should feel like. And with over 100 different Bugsnax to catch, it's like you're playing Game Boy for the first time all over again. Most of them require a bit of well-thought strategy to collect. Some of them are tiny and get frightened easily, while others are fucking huge and will barrel through you like the boulder from Indiana Jones. The villagers you become friends with give you essential tools required to capture certain breeds of Bugsnax, further adding depth to the variety of how you collect them. Speaking of Pokemon, each Bugsnax is fully voiced, like that of the Pokemon anime, where every creature says its name over and over again like a fucking idiot. The voice talent they got for this game is phenomenal, and for some reason, a lot of them worked on Persona 5. Filbo was voiced by the same guy who voices Ryuji from Persona 5. Beffica is Morgana from Persona 5. The Ribblepede is the goth doctor that makes my jaw drop to the floor. The fucking Inchurito is Akechi from Persona 5, as if they wouldn't make him voice the pancakes. What the fuck am I? Eggabell is Loba from Apex Legends. Snorpy is Sonic the Hedgehog. Chandlo is Spider-Man. Bunga is Octodad. The Snack Pod is voiced by the fucking miraculous Ladybug. And I find it miraculous that they took such a talented cast of voice actors and made them sit in the booth for hours saying shit like Bunga? Some of my favorite Bugsnax are Bunga, it's a fucking cheeseburger. Bunga Royale, it's a fucking giant cheeseburger. Weenie Worm, it's a fucking hot dog. Quookie, it's a fucking Oreo. Daddy Cake Legs, it's a fucking birthday cake. Bobsicle, I fucking hate this guy. Sub Sandipede, it's a fucking $5 footlong. Mama Melon, it's a fucking Eggler, Scooby Banoopy, Mega Markey, Cheap Hoof, Ribblepede, Banoppa, Coca-Cola, Chocoland, Instabug, Crapple, Cheddar Bortle Rex, Cheddar, Waff Stackerack, Flap Stackerack, Shishkabug. Remember at the start of this video when I said that Bugsnax is like a fever dream that simulates what a stroke feels like? Yeah, you can see fucking why. Bugsnax is also one of those games that makes you, the player, have a very unhealthy attachment to the characters. Even though the game doesn't take itself seriously at all, the character writing still has a respectable level of depth to it. Each Grumpus has their flaws, and when you first start the game, you're naturally gonna want to beat the ever-living shit out of 90% of them, but as you progress further into the story, you start to appreciate each character more and more. At first, I really hated Beffica, but towards the end of the game, she ended up being one of my favorite characters.
If you really want to be besties with me, I want some dirt.
Ew.
Wambus acts
She likes eating worms and dirt.
However, even though the story is very charming, it can sometimes feel like a slog to get through. Listening to each character trade voice lines back and forth gets tiring after a while. Because why would you want to listen to dialogue when you can be out there catching Bugsnax. I ended up skipping a majority of the main story dialogue because I found it boring. If you cut out 35% of the dialogue in this game, I reckon you'd still be able to tell the exact same story. And it's not a bad story. Nowadays, I feel like every game is trying to be like The Last of Us and tell a large, emotionally gripping story that takes itself way too seriously. There's nothing wrong with this, but we're now reaching the point where it's starting to feel a little bit played out. Bugsnax is the antithesis of this. The reason it feels like a much larger story is because when most games nowadays take 20 to 60 hours to tell an engaging and ambitious story, Bugsnax does it in about 10 hours. I managed to finish this game to 100% completion, and I was happy to do so. It never once felt like a chore to do. If I were inclined to, I could probably play this game 4 more times and not get bored. That being said, I do wish there was a bit more of a challenge. I'm all for an easier gaming experience, but at times Bugsnax felt too easy. You don't take fall damage, you don't take fire damage, you don't drown, none of the Bugsnax or even the bosses do damage to you. Yeah, I guess catching some of the Bugsnax can be challenging, but the harder ones to collect are more irritating than challenging, if anything. You know what else is irritating? The inconsistent amount of maneuverability that Bugsnax had. Running around felt really smooth and fast, but this game does not do air mobility all that well. Launching yourself from the launch pad fucking sucks. It's like if rocket jumping in TF2 launched you up and only really launched you forward 10% of the time. The loading screens also cut into the time it takes to maneuver around the world. This game was designed and optimized for 9th generation consoles, so the loading screens are a little bit too long for my taste, although this wasn't too much of an issue. If you're running this shit on a big powerful PC, you're not gonna care. Does it really matter? Furthermore, Bugsnax can be a little bit buggy to play. What can I say? This game really is like Cyberpunk 2077. Bugsnax tends to get memed on pretty hard, but nobody is memeing when they say that Bugsnax is a psychological horror game. You force grumpuses to gorge down food that drastically reshapes their appearance to look less like Muppets and more like one of Satan's sickly experiments from the second circle of hell. It's literal body horror. You have this secret room where creepy music echoes throughout the chamber and a psychopath leaves tape recordings for you to find on the floor. And once you get to the end of the main story, the game will make you feel downright sick. It isn't scary at all, but it's really unsettling. I felt more on edge playing Bugsnax than I did playing fucking Outlast. Psychological horror bullshit aside, it honestly was a joy to explore each different area of Snacktooth Island. It's a beautiful world with funny, cute creatures, which is why this game is really digestible and easy to get into. Yeah, the dialogue and the story can be rather cheesy and slow at times, but Bugsnax owns it unashamedly. Overall, I think this game is going to be remembered as a classic for years to come, and with a Bugsnax card game well on the way, I'm looking forward to seeing where Young Horses takes it from here.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing
Bugsnax.
Kinda bug and kinda snack, try to catch